What is up, my guys? It's me, your boy Kanoodle, and we're here to talk about Omen, okay? Listen, I'm gonna level with you. My spooky boy, my homie, my original main, there was a lot of talk recently on Twitter from Flexinja, who's apparently been speaking to Riot devs and has been talking a lot about leaks and information that's been floating around about a possible Omen buff. So I thought today would be the perfect time to talk about that Omen. Honestly, even though as much as I talk how amazing he is, he does need a buff. Just in terms for how powerful Astra is, how overall slow his smokes are, and his the rest of his utility works, he needs a buff. We have a teleport that magnetizes. If you see, I'm not really technically. If I could change the sensitivity of this teleport, I would make it so it was incredibly sensitive and it only went exactly where my crosshair is placed, so I could aim it in like right next to things, and unless I'm touching it against the object, it's not going to stop. That would be like my ideal change, and I understand that the registration based off the hitbox of the teleport location and all that kind of stuff could very likely be incredibly difficult to code. Understand that it's hit detection and all that kind of stuff, rendering this swirling vortex. I get it. But the main thing for me is the fact that Omen smokes, they're just so slow. They take forever to reach the target, and then when they reach the target, they take a long time to bloom, and then they take a long time to come back. Everything Omen does is slow, and the problem with that is that his pacing in general can cause a lot of issues. If I throw the smoke, and my team's going to push up here, and I want to throw the blind here for my team, and blind heaven, that's all well and good. It's very powerful, but the proposed buff that Omen was supposed to be getting, at least that I had heard, was that his blind wasn't going to blind teammates. It is a near sight, not a blind, just like the Reyna eyes, the leers that she throws out into the sky. And that doesn't blind your teammates, so it seems relatively understandable that it also does not blind your teammates. That would be fucking cool. So, how would that work and change for a blind that does not blind your teammates? Well, first off, you could change the way you generally approach a lot of things. First off, instead of having to do a blind from here, which will what I'd like to refer to as messing up the cadence of the flow of the combat. In doing this, I now have to wait and come in afterward, which in the end isn't necessarily terrible because I can come in afterward and re-clear the flank while my team is pushing off of that blind. But don't you think it'd be a little better if we're taking this space like this, and I can blind literally like this, and it doesn't matter if my team's right here, in here, my team could be right here, just chilling right at the edge, and I'm chilling right here behind them, and I throw this blind straight through, covers the things that normally would have hit them on rafters, and pushes the people who are normally hiding behind here and here. They're all pushed back, making it a lot easier for your team to come out here and focus here and clear the blind guy and get out here and clear the rest of this stuff out. It's a lot easier if I'm not having to worry about blinding my teammates. And remember that old video I did a couple of months back where I talked about that sweet blind here? You know, this guy, you can see your teammates popping up and you just blind them there. Well, guess what? That blind is far more powerful with these proposed attacks. For one, I can literally throw the blind from here and get more of mid. I can throw the blind from different angles to get further up. I can throw it right at my teammate here as they're running out. I can literally throw it in their faces. Like, that's the point, is like the fact that I don't have to be cognizant of my teammates. I can set them up to capitalize off of it far quicker and far more aggressive. It's ridiculous because a lot of the time, like, you see the bar here. If you see the blue bar on the minimap, you'll notice that it actually goes halfway through. So people who are directly next to me and up to like right here beside me will actually get blinded. Anyone sitting here will be completely blind. So that's super annoying because then I have to start distancing myself and separating myself from the teammate, making peeking off of each other difficult. Peeking on each other is like all it does is make the engagements in fights with your teammates messy and forces you to have to sit in unorthodox places in order to throw your blinds, which in the end has taught me how to throw some very creative and interesting blinds that will catch players off guard. But in the end, I would prefer a simple blind that won't hit my teammates so I can be more aggressive with it. I would rather use my creativity with my blinds to capitalize on a much more aggressive play if I were to just chill here with my teammates and they're standing right here and I literally throw the blind through the wall. Doesn't matter if they get hit by it, and we're literally gonna go right up, maybe with this smoke, and we're gonna fight and we're gonna take early aggression. It's far more viable if I can do this, unless I have to, because if I have to do it from back here so my teammate doesn't get hit, like, he's gonna go out there and fight them, and I'm gonna be like 7 feet behind them, and if he waits for me, the blind's gonna wear off. Like, it's, that kind of stuff just ruins Omen. And the other proposed attack was that the landing zone, so this smaller circle in the center, would be a fear radius, so I could drop in and fear people when I land. So I personally think that that would be an incredible change, because honestly, right now it feels like his ultimate is nothing but a shitty scouting tool and occasional flank tool. Because realistically, I can teleport here while my teams peek here, we create a crossfire, I'll check here, ping locations of enemies here, then maybe we check here, and then I can blind through here for us to take the site. That's about all I can really use it, and I'm using this map for an example for me to show you this, because this map is one of the few and only maps that have semi-safe, moderately decent locations to teleport to. I can teleport up there, but the chances of me being heard and located and pinned down and murdered are far quicker. Here is safer, and it lets me gain a powerful position safely with the teleport in order to capitalize on proper teamwork. And that's really the part that I want to hammer home today, and the part that I want you guys to take home from this is that if this Omen buff does go live, this Omen buff, it's going to bring a lot of power to this character and hopefully not bring him too far over the edge. I think if they're taking away some of the power of his smokes and they're giving some of it to his blind and doing what they did with Breach, and that is leaning less away from the abilities that he shares with everyone, because I think that'd be fine if honestly all these smokes and all the blinds relatively functioned similarly. They all had similar durations and functionalities. I would be okay with that, so that way there wasn't a clear, better smoker. And the reason you chose one smoker over another, it was from the rest of their utility being the reason that you choose it. Because I personally like the rest of Omen's utility a lot, just like Astra. I like their full kits, and that's why I use them. I'm a controller main. I pick it because, yeah, smokes, but I main the character for the utility that it brings outside the smokes. If I could have all of the smokes be as long as brimstones, I honestly, whether or not that they are hollow would be a point of contention for me. I'd like to think on that more, because there are times where I genuinely love Omen smokes being hollow. It's nice when you gain control of a place and you can just hold this angle here and just chill, and then when someone walks through, you're waiting for them. It catches people off guard a lot, and it's very powerful. But I digress. I think Omen is a fantastic character, but I feel he needs a little work, and the fact that this buff didn't come out makes me a little sad. I hope it comes out soon. If it does happen, I hope it comes out before the new episode. If it doesn't, at least come out with the new episode. At least something for Omen. I think our spooky boy deserves it. Thanks for dropping in. Hit up the Discord, join in the community. Comment down before, do you think that Omen needs these buffs, or do you think he's going to be busted if they do these buffs? Personally, I don't think it. I think he needs it, honestly. He's not busted anymore. Have a good one. Drop the like, the subscribe, the notification bell, all that YouTube trash. Head on over to the Twitch. That's where I want to see you. Get in the channel, hang out, have a good one. Peace out, my guys.
Cover going out. Shadows traveling.
Teleporting up on rafters. Backside as well. Got him.
Oh my
Blinding
god.
heaven.
Headshot heaven.
Yo, easy.
Unknown. CT.
Easy game, boys. Omen OP. Give me the flank. We got a... Hit it.